That's one theory that I lean into on this, but also to postulate that I would say that if she would have just came out from underneath the ground without the fireball, she probably could have survived the flood. But anyways,
So here's another thing that just kind of sparked a thought with me, right? There was like 133 watchers, right?
actually, you know what? I
That
got that
were,
wrong. I got that wrong.
did you get it wrong?
Yeah, Nephilim aren't the Watchers. They're the sons of.
Uh-uh.
They're the sons
Well,
and daughters.
they're a
Yeah,
second
they're a
generation,
second
right? Because the
generation.
giants, and
Yeah,
then the giants made Nephilim,
yeah,
right? And so Nephilim are probably, well, I mean, it just depends, right?
yeah.
Like, uh, the giants were supposedly kind of uncontrollable creatures,
Hmm.
right? They consumed everything.
Yes, we could no
Uh,
longer sustain them, is literally what it says in the scriptures, and we cried out.
so
Yeah,
I don't imagine they were popular,
yeah, no.
right? But that just kind of it for me it's a fairly clear story, right? And it explains a lot. The whole sneezed on petri dish deal that I keep repeating over and over and over again, right?
Well, tell Steve. Tell
It just
Steve your
keeps adding
theory.
up. Okay, so here it is, Steve.
Mhm.
We've been looking at a lot of old stories, right? And there are some threads there that are common, and they just pop up no matter what, right?
Yeah.
Like a flood, sky battles, right? Beings that are around 10 feet tall, like us, but not us, close enough to us to be, close enough
Sexually
to be different,
compatible,
right?
but not. Yeah, but not
And obviously sexually compatible, which is
very.
weird, right? Because
Steve,
like,
Steve,
and
stop
I
that.
know this is gonna
Steve,
get
talking
gross
about.
for a second, but we and chimpanzees carry like 99% of the same DNA, and we are not like interbreedable, right? So think about that for a minute. That's
Right.
gross,
Steve
but
was like,
that's how it is.
okay, my internet's about to go out any second now.
Yeah, right. So
Well,
then,
I'm
the
imagine that if you were approached by Samsuna, knowing you, I'm not sure, if you say
are you
no.
talking to me or are you talking to him? Because there's
No.
very different answers there.
Well, I gotta say, what's in it for me, big girl?
Indiscretions of youth, right?
Right?
Yeah. So the idea is that we were an experiment gone wrong, right? One of the lab techs decided to give us something that we weren't supposed to have, right? And that was the fruit of the tree of, and it's not the fruit of the tree of knowledge. It's the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So there's a definite like specificity there, right? Of hey, whatever they did to us gave us the ability to know, to like metacognate, right? And that's what that is, to know right from wrong, to be able to kind of make a moral judgment, which is hard, right? It requires empathy and the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Anyway, and then they left because they got in trouble because they screwed it up.
we got a
Right?
little, yeah,
Yeah,
we went a
because the
little
Watchers
full-blown
came
rump springer
down.
down here, yeah, for sure.
The
Right.
Watchers came down. They went full on native,
Yeah.
right? Fertilized some of the population and ruined the experiment. So everybody had to go.
Well, they
Right.
did more than that too. Like Steve,
Oh yeah,
I
they
want you to
lived like
chime in on
kings.
this. Well, I mean, they literally said that the animal human hybrid testing they did, I think that was just as bad as what they created the Fae, right? Basically, every single thing. The Book
Yeah,
of
right.
Enoch, specifically the Book of Giants, will tell you that every
It
crazy
was all
thing,
kind of.
yeah, fiduciary.
They made monsters. There was a council of
There
monsters.
was a council of
Yeah,
monsters.
fiduciary.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of fiduciary going
I
on there.
mean shenanigans.
So Steve, that's Jay's working theory on that. So,
All right.
all right.
And so now these experiments that they do on us, right? It's just more groups of watchers coming in and out of shift, right? They're watching us to see how much Nephilim is still left.
It's good points, man. But and so like I don't know if you're familiar with the when the Israelites crossed into they first wanted to go into the Promised Land. They sent 12 scouts out, I don't know if you know the story. I'm forgetting the chapter that's in the Bible here. They come back and they're like, yo, these things, we're grasshoppers to these people, man. They're huge. They're massive, right? And 2 of them were like, no, we can take them. Those are my boys. Like, we can take them, right? The other 10 were like, no, we can't take them. We can take them, right?
Yeah.
And so
I can see that playing out exactly like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
we can take them, dog.
Take 'em.
We can take them, man. We got this. Let's go, right? They'll never see us
Yeah,
coming,
I've
man.
actually seen that happen.
It's like fire ants, man. We got this. But anyway, so they went in there. Obviously, you know the story. I think it's Deuteronomy or Numbers might be the chapter for people. If you know in the comments, please let us know. Let me know.
Absolutely.
And correct me in the one that is on it. Do it. But yeah. So that right there to itself is a widely known. No, I wouldn't say it's widely known. It is a common reoccurrence in ancient civilizations, and one of the reasons why I like to, as we go, Steve, I like to check off why I think this is true, is because Malta cannot be any more isolated than Egypt or Central America or Australia or all these other places, right? And they had this story where it comes down where they specifically use the term Nephilim, right? I didn't even hear about that word until maybe 4 years ago myself. I didn't even know what that was, right? But like this whole story was, they knew what it was, but so yeah.
I've known what it was for a really long time. It's been something that, like, I've always questioned in my childhood, right? Because growing up Southern Baptist, we had the King James Bible,
Yes, sir.
right? The King James Bible ruled. That was the only thing that was worthwhile looking at. And this was, how shit was framed for me.
Steve, did you go to church as a kid? Real quick, no.
Yeah.
Nope.
All right. So let me tell you then. King James Bible is a Protestant production of a Catholic Bible, which is a production of right? And there's only like 1 or 2 mentions of the Nephilim in there. And so typically I read the beginning and the end of the book a lot, right? But not a lot of the stuff in between.
You were just hard to deal with in Sunday school, man. You were just,
I
you
was
just don't follow
100%
no
hard to deal
directions,
with.
man.
I was probably disinvited from a Sunday schooler too.
Exactly right.
No, that's probably true.
No vacation Bible school for you, boy.
No, absolutely not. That was not something that happened. Yeah, so there's only a couple mentions, right? And there's like this distinction there in Genesis, and it talks about the sons of man and the sons of God. And there's a distinction.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.